For the weapons of our weapon are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down the strongholds. Standing at attention when the sons of God. Nobody say a word when the place is saint. Hebrews 4.
The other nation got to get to the bottom while we run to the top.
Playing games. Call up the troops, boots on the pavement. Call up the troops.
6 days unleavened bread, fringes swinging, Bible spread, brothers with uncovered heads, spitting fire, scriptures read, teaching we're the Israelites, not confused with Ishmaelites.
You're walking around with Jephthah, but we bringing back the king.
Gold menorah on my back, uniform of a prophet, choco boots and shining black. Esau isn't full of tight.
Thighs out, breasts out, hips out, vagina showing, man's shirt off, pants sagging. That's perverseness.
People, he will recompense it back. Christ is coming, he's the son.
Who's the king? 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 McCarthy.
Standing at attention when the sons of God. Nobody say a word when the place is saint. Hebrews 4 and 12, better know your place. Scripture slice in both ways, we ain't playing games. Call up the troops, boots on the pavement.
Hispanics and Native Americans, understand, you are the Israelites the Bible speaks of.
Right.
We are going to prove out of the Bible that you are God's chosen people.
Right.
Above every nation on the face of the planet.
Right.
John 8:32. Joel 2:27.
The book of John, chapter 8, and verse 32.
Cry loud, come on.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you will know the truth. The truth of who you are according to the Bible.
That's right.
You're not African Americans, brother. You understand you're not an African American. You're not Hispanics. You're not Haitians. You're not Jamaicans.
Bring it out.
You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Read it again.
The book of John, chapter 8, and verse 32.
Come on.
And ye shall know the truth.
And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, brother and sister, do you know who you are according to the Bible? Who are you? Come deal with us. Come deal with us if you know. All right, they a child of God. At least you know that much. Come on.
And the truth shall make you free.
Sisters, come to the truth. Come learn the truth of who you are. Come on.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
This is the truth according to the Bible. Come on.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
God said he's in the midst of the Israelites. He's in the midst of the Israelites. He's in the midst of the Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Brothers, sisters, do y'all understand who you are according to the Bible? Come deal with us. Just because we're crying aloud, don't be scared. We're your brothers. We're here for you. Brother, do you understand we're here for you? We're here for you. Come on.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
God said he's in the midst of the Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Come on.
And that I am the Lord your God and none else.
He said he's the Lord our God and no one else's. Brothers, sisters, don't just walk by. Stop. Ask questions. Inquire. Why are all of these so-called blacks and Hispanics out here today?
Bring it out.
It's 90 degrees outside. What are they doing on the street corner with a mic and signs? Brothers and sisters, come deal with us. Brothers, y'all look like educated men. Brothers, I know y'all got some time. Are y'all Christians? Do y'all believe in the Bible? Brother, what's your name, brother? What's your name? You got Brother Thompson. You believe in the Bible, right? Come deal. Okay, listen to this, brother. Listen to this. Read it again.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God.
God said he's the God of the Israelites. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
And none else.
He said, and none else. No other nation on the face of the planet can claim that they have a God that created the heavens and the earth.
That's right.
They can't claim that. They can't claim that they were given the laws.
Right.
Because it was given to nobody else.
Right.
Psalms 147. Read it again.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
God said he's in the midst of the Israelites.
Right.
And that I am the Lord your God.
He said he's the Lord our God.
Right.
The God of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Yes, the same God God that created the heavens and the earth.
Right.
The same God. Sis, drinking right here. Sis, you look like an educated sister. Don't run. Don't run. Sis, come here. Come deal. Come on. Don't act shy. Come on.
And none else.
See, and it's amazing. Our people are not shy to come out of the house dressed half naked.
Right.
Their whole body out. Breasts out, butts out. But when it comes to dealing in the word of God, all of a sudden, they shy. All of a sudden, they shamefaced.
Right.
Stop playing games. Stop playing games. We know y'all not shy. We are here for y'all.
That's right.
This is your salvation on the line.
That's right.
Come on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
God said he showed his word, this Bible, unto who?
Unto Jacob. Come on. And his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto the Israelites.
That's right.
His statutes and his judgments to the Israelites. That means
right.
this Bible. Come on.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He hath not dealt so with any other nation. Sisters, y'all look like good God-fearing sisters. I know y'all go to church. Come deal with us. I got questions, and I know y'all got questions in the Bible. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all know who y'all are according to the Bible? Sisters, don't just walk. One question. Let me get 5 minutes of your time. 5 minutes. Can I get 5 minutes? Can I get 5 minutes? 2 questions. 2 questions. Come. I got sisters. I got 2 questions. That's it. Let me get 5 minutes of your time.
Hey, she say, what's her nationality?
You want to know what your nationality is? Huh?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to tell you anyway. Watch this. Let me ask you, what's your nationality? What's your name first? What's your name?
Sharon.
Sister Sharon. Thank you for coming up. So let me ask you, what is your nationality? Where's your father from? What nation of people do you come from? You're black?
Sir.
Okay. Because there was one time when I proclaimed that I was black or African American, right? Okay, so let me ask you this. Can you fly to a country called black? You cannot, right? What about, let's deal with African American. Can you fly to a country called African American? You cannot. So we can't claim that that's a nationality because that's not, an African American is not a nation.
That's right.
When you think about a nationality or a nation, you're thinking about the Chinese.
Right.
You can go to a land called China, right? You think about the Japanese. You can go to a land called Japan, right?
Teach the people.
You can go to Africa, right? So watch this, Deuteronomy 28. So do you read the Bible? Do you study it all? Do you go to church? Of course, you know it. Okay, cool. I'll praise you.
Young black man. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Before you get there, Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm going to show you something, sis. Because Jeremiah 17 and 4. Because God said that the Israelites, this whole Bible is dealing with the Israelites. You understand that, right? So that's a nation of people, right? A nation of people, right? So God said something very significant about the Israelites. I'm going to show you something. Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
God said the ox or a dumb animal knows its owner, right?
And the ass his master's crib.
A donkey. He said he knows his crib or where he comes from, right? Watch this.
But Israel doth not know.
But the Israelites, they don't know. They don't know who their owner is. They don't know their crib or where they come from. Come on.
My people doth not consider.
Watch this. Notice how he said, my people, right? First he said Israel. Then he said, my people. He said they don't consider. They don't consider who their owner is. They don't consider where they come from. They don't consider what nation of people they come from, right? Jeremiah 17.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
Watch this. We're still dealing with the Israelites. Sister Sherry, right? Sharon.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
God said the Israelites would discontinue from their heritage. Come on.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So he said he would cause the Israelites to serve their enemies. He would discontinue the Israelites from their heritage. So remember, I asked you a question. I said, what's your nationality? What nation of people do you come from? And you said black, which is a general statement. You said African American. That's not a nation. God said the Israelites, they wouldn't know what nation of people they come from. They wouldn't know their homeland. They wouldn't know where they came from. But guess what? Today, God has put his spirit back on the earth. He's put the truth back on the earth. And he's using his men, his prophets, to bring the word to his people. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Sister Sharon, 2 more minutes. God said the Israelites there would be curses put upon the Israelites for doing what? Or not doing what? Right, exactly. He said, if you break my commandments, if you don't do my word, then these curses would come upon you. So let me ask you this. The so-called black man, African American, how do we get over here to the Americas? Based on just 5th grade history, just history. In a boat, right? Little boat, sailboat. Big one, right? So you would call that a what? A big boat is what? A ship. A ship. That's 5th grade history. That's nothing we got to strive about, right? A ship. God said these curses would come upon the Israelites, right? Let's read one of those curses. Okay, 30 seconds. One verse, Sister Sharon, one verse. Come on. 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The word Egypt means bondage or captivity. God said he would bring the Israelites into captivity. He said again, with what?
With ships.
How did you say the so-called blacks got over into the Americas? Ships. That's in the Bible, Sister Sharon. Come on.
By the way, Rob, I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So, Sister Sharon, you heard the word. Look at the website on the back of the flyer. Get more information. Learn who you are according to the Bible. You from the tribe of Judah. The same tribe that Jesus the Christ came out of. He was a so-called black man if he was on the earth today. Right in the flesh. He's not a so-called white man. Those are the lies that we've been taught by our enemies. Not by our friends. Not by our buddies. Not by our pals. Give me that. 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy.
So guess what? God said we would serve our enemies. We would serve our enemies. My brother, you got a question?
No, I'm just observing.
You just observing. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Can we dialogue? What's your name?
Curtis.
Brother Curtis. Okay, Brother Curtis. Let me ask you this. You're just walking up, and I know you're inquiring, but all these black men on this corner.
No, actually, I'm not new to it. I've been following this for like a long time.
A long time? What's a long time?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. So, what's some of the understanding that you've gathered over those 2 years? Give me some understanding. What's your nationality? Start there.
I don't know, but I can tell you what I do know.
What's that?
So I've been following as far as like black men, original Jews, about the 12 tribes.
Okay.
And learning about just like how we come into captivity.
Right.
And and different verses that talk about how we came on boats and original Jews. I've been like following pretty tough.
Okay, so you have a basic understanding. That's good. We all got to start somewhere. Right? We all start as babes. We all got to start somewhere, right? So you have a basic understanding. To help clear it up, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you see that sign right there, right? They are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right? You have an understanding that we came over here on what? Cargo, little boat, sailboat, big boat. What's a big boat called?
First one was Jesus, right?
Huh? Well, I don't mean what the name of it was. I mean, is it a little boat? Is it a sailboat? Ships, right? Cargo slave ships. Okay, so you got that. So after 2 years, are you starting to apply the commandments? I'm going to ask you.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm still up and learning. Like I wouldn't say I'm going to apply all the commandments.
Are you by yourself? Or you with a camp? Or you? It's just you. Give me that in Acts 8. Thank you. I'm going to show you something because you can't do this thing alone. You can't do it by yourself.
That's why the understanding is not where it should be at 2 years. Give me that in Psalms 111. That's why the understanding isn't there the way it needs to be. You can't do this alone. And I'm going to prove it. Watch this. Verse 8, what's it, 27? 30. The book of Acts, chapter 8 and verse 30. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read prophet Isaiah. And so Peter ran to this Ethiopian man, this eunuch, and he said what? And he what? And heard him read. And heard him reading the scriptures. Come on. The prophet Isaiah. And said, understandest thou what thou readest? So Peter asked him, do you understand what you're reading? I see you reading the scriptures. I see you going into the Bible. You understand what you're reading? Come on. Understand thou what thou readest. And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? He said, what? How can I? So he said, this eunuch said, how can I understand the scriptures? How can I understand the basic things of the scriptures? If what? Unless what? Except some man should guide me. Except some man should guide me or teach me. So you got to be taught. That's the thing, you got to be taught. Your level of understanding will come up as soon as you start to say, you know what? I got to humble down and I got to learn. I got to be taught though. I can't feel like I can do it by myself. We can't. Watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So God said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. What's that?
That same Bible.
Say it on the mic. Say it on the mic.
The same Bible you use and someone teaching a total different religion with.
But what you got to understand, give me that Matthew 7.
I'm saying, like, all my life, I was raised Christian.
Right.
They do like the same Bible, and it's two different understandings.
But that's what
I know you understand from this.
I'm going to show you. Psalms 111, Matthew 7. Because there's a lot of different camps. There's a lot of different doctrines out there. You got different doctrines like you can rape. You got doctrines out there like that. You can break the Sabbath. You can buy on the Sabbath. Basic things like that. There is doctrines being pushed like that. Flat Earth. What you got to do is you got to humble yourself and say, you know what? I'm going to show you. You got to humble yourself and say, you know what? I got to start from the basics. The basics is starting with yourself. Watch this.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
God said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You have to have, a healthy level of fear for the Most High God to say, you know what? I got to start applying myself first. Come on.
A good understanding.
God said a good understanding of the Bible, a good understanding of the deep things. What?
Have all they that do his commandment.
That think about the commandment.
Have all they that do his commandment.
What about that? Just read them.
Have all they that do his commandment.
That do. You got to start applying yourself first.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this and join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.